guys, welcome back to another episode of Level Up. We are back in the shed this afternoon for what will be a cracking episode, given this is take two. So
Sorry.
I got Camille, my better half, back with us again today, and we've also got Walter the dog on the floor with us here because he just loves being with us all the time, which is awesome. How you going, babe?
Good. How are you?
Very good. How's your day been?
Busy. Very busy.
People will probably wonder why I ask how your day's been because we work together, but I'm not always in the office, am I?
No, we don't always speak about everything that I do. So sometimes there is a bit of surprise to our day.
Yeah, but what have you been up to today?
Quoting some new jobs, just giving everyone updates on some other jobs we got coming up next year. Working on a project that we have coming up or that we've been working on for the last couple of months, just doing some research on that.
For a personal project?
Personal project. Angelica and I had some new SOPs that we're working on just to make things a little bit more streamlined with us and the guys on site. So Angelica's my VA, as you know, if everyone else doesn't. And an SOP
assistant.
is... What is an SOP, Duayne?
I think Angelica's more of a personal assistant than a virtual assistant.
Yeah, she's
very good.
Yeah, she does a lot of different stuff.
SOP is standard operating procedure.
Yeah, I was making sure you knew. She does. We can talk about her first. Angelica's been a big turning point for me in the office because. I like to work alone, but also on a team. But with the hours that we do and in and out, and our office is at home, and we don't have really the space to have someone else in the office all the time.
We could fit 5 in the office, but we don't want 5 in the office.
We talked about this for a very long time, but I didn't know how VA would work in our business. But Angelica's, she's come a long way and does heaps of different stuff for us. So it's not just like the one role that I wanted her to do. She's really adapted to heaps of different things.
Yeah, VA is awesome. If you haven't listened to my podcast with Greg from the Duayne Co., go and check it out. And if you are interested in a VA, reach out to us or reach out to the Duayne Co. Let them know that you heard about it on the Level Up podcast. You'll get a special deal. But VAs we've had to learn.
Yeah, we've definitely had to learn
how to work with them. But across all of our businesses now, I think we've got 7. So they add a lot of value. But I guess to go back a little bit, I've got Camille back on today because a lot of you guys and girls that listen and watch the podcast and follow me on social media quite often ask how I get everything done, how Camille and I do so much. We get a lot of questions about what does Camille do. We get a lot of wives and partners that reach out. So and Camille's very open about what she does in the office. I'm very open about telling everybody, if it wasn't for Camille, we couldn't have what we have and do what we do. So I'm a very good delegator.
You are a good delegator. Oh, my God.
And Camille's very good at organising and making the shit happen. So
I'm not a very good receiver of your tasks that you delegate to me sometimes, but I normally come around, don't I?
Well, let's talk about that because communication's been a big part of us working together.
Yeah. I don't take it from you very well when I'm in a bad mood, I should say. So.
And I've had to learn,
you come in and you storm it and I need this, I need that, and I'm like, could you just sit down, chill out for a second?
Now send me an email.
Yeah, send me an email. I don't like don't tell me because then I've got to write everything down. Email me.
Yeah, I think I was from a lot of blokes and wives that we hear from, you're all very similar to us. So if we share our stories, hopefully it'll help you guys out. But Camille, if you haven't heard the stories, Camille got thrown in the deep end. Our youngest daughter, Violet, Camille come off maternity leave.
I was about to go back to work.
Camille had worked her way out, was very successful in corporate sort of world, and we thought it would be a good call to get her into the family building business. And it was very difficult, very stressful, and I think it only took about 3 hours for Camille to go, fuck, I'm out, I'm not doing this anymore.
It was probably less than that.
That was 10 years ago?
Okay, so from the last podcast, we really need to do a timeline of this. But
So
Violet's 12.
Yeah.
She would have been 1, so
11
years ago.
Yeah. So, and a lot of, like, I do think there's a lot of people that would have divorced or walked out on each other or gone and got jobs. Like we've definitely been through some challenging times, and not all of it, but a lot of it has been me, like my personal development and understanding more about you. I used to walk in the office and just, as I was walking in, be rattling things off to not only Camille, but other people that worked in the office as well, and thinking like that was fine to do that. But
we must stop and listen. Duayne said to Drew. But that's just you coming in and just like letting it out because you've been thinking about it. That's how your brain works a million miles an hour. So you think, well, you thought you just come in and like blurt it all out. We would stand to attention and quickly, not that sounds awful, but in that way. Whereas now it's like we have a process for it. So I had to say to you, and I had to say to Todd at the start, like, don't call me before this time. Only ask me for these things during these hours.
Todd's one of our supervisors.
Yeah, sorry. If you need something ordered for the next day, like you have to do it this time, because if I didn't structure my day and make sure you understood that, then nothing would get done.
Yeah, so I think it's really important knowing people's, like, setting expectations and understanding how different people work.
Well, we have talked about this before. The wheel that Helen did with us.
The disc profile.
Yeah. So I actually spoke to Helen about some stuff today, but I told you about that when I first come on board, saying, I don't know how you guys don't understand, like, working with different personalities, how that works on site, like getting more team communication and culture, like KPIs, like all of these things to make things more streamlined and people understand what their roles and tasks are. And you're like, it doesn't work in this industry. You don't understand. Yeah. And Helen was like, why do you think like he didn't understand or take that on board? I'm like, well, he didn't know what I did in my job. I didn't know what you did in your job. So when I offered advice, like I've really been thinking about this today, I don't think you took it on board because
I didn't know
we
it was.
both didn't. We both didn't quite understand how things worked.
Like in the position we're in now, like like as you know, like I ask now, like if someone says something to me, I'm like, well, explain it to me. Like, what is it? Whereas in the old days, it was like if I didn't understand it or know what it was, I wasn't interested. And that held me back for a very long time. So. You've got to be open-minded. But for anyone that's interested, Helen that Camille just mentioned, Helen is actually our leadership mentor in Live Like Build business. She runs a business called Leadership EQ. She's got a book called Leadership for the Everyday Leader. But yeah, go and check. I've done a podcast with Helen as well. You should go and check it out. But Helen's been instrumental, in the last 3 years? Yeah. Definitely in my personal development, probably in our relationship as well, definitely in our kids' relationships.
Yeah, for the kids, she's been great.
Our whole family definitely owes a lot to Helen. So, but yeah, understanding, like doing the disc profile and understanding more about each other is huge. Yeah. I think it should be something it should be compulsory for people to do before they get married, actually.
Well, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
But I think you need to talk to each other about how you like to do things. Like thinking, oh, it's so exciting, I'm going to work together. How cute. And then you start and you're like, I hate you 80% of the time. So you need to talk about how you want things and then come to it's just like a relationship, but you're in the office.
Yeah, it can't just be one way or someone's way or the highway. But just quickly on the disc profile, if you do them, don't get put off by them. Camille and I are at completely opposite ends of it. If you go on the disc profile, we shouldn't be together. But
we complement each other because we're opposites. That's how it works.
There's a bit of we conflict on a few things there, but
I was just saying to Helen today that I've kissed many frogs before I found my prince, so I might be taking that back. Oh my God. So rude.
But
not many, only a few. Oh my God.
But we make it, like we work very well together and we get a lot done. Like I think if a lot of people knew how much we have going on, it would like most people can't handle and build one business, let alone 4, 5, 6, and still be looking at new ones. So
Yeah.
let's talk about that for a minute, because that's I'm good at throwing ideas and starting new things, and Camille used to get very frustrated about this.
Yeah, I was talking about this today as well. I would always say no, not interested, because I didn't understand your big picture and you didn't share the big picture with me. So you would, and you do now, have your book and your notes about your goals and dreams and what you want to do, and I have never done that. My goal is to make sure the kids get to school tomorrow and they have a uniform. I've always not been a goal person. Like,
Well, you are. You're very good at
I'm not
thinking about
alone.
it, putting everyone else first before yourself.
Yeah, so that's fine. But
Well, it's not. We
fine.
argue about this. I push Camille to think about herself more than me and the kids.
yeah, it'll get there eventually. The kids are getting older. But I don't have a long...
See, she's even pushing back now.
We have different... Well, I'm happy with that. And I've always said that I'm a support role. And when I am ready to have my own thing, then I expect you to support me. So
Which she's currently doing, and is not the biggest deal we've ever done. So
yeah.
she held back for a long time, but now she's gone all guns blazing.
Yeah, I don't... Oh, God. So I would always say no because I didn't understand the big picture. And you kept saying, you just don't understand the big picture, but you never explained it to me. And I also probably didn't want to hear it because it meant more work for me. So I would always say, no, not interested, no, not interested. Like, no, don't even talk, no. Like, that was just it. But after a while...
And even when I did start to explain things, I didn't explain it very well.
No, and when you did start to explain it, I would then ask 10 questions to your one note, and then you would say, you're just being negative. And I'm like, no, I'm just like, I'm not looking at the bad side. I'm just asking, like, how does it affect this? And I don't understand. No, that doesn't seem right. And it was not negative. It was just my processing thoughts. So I think now in probably the last couple, well, since probably I said yes to the farm. Since then,
it's been a good 4
yeah,
5
I'd
years
say
now
4 or 5 years that I've been more open to your plans, but also you have been better at explaining. I now know that you do plan it over a long period, so it's not been like a 5-minute thought. It's been like a 5-month
our plans
thought
are
and
more
investigation.
on the same page now, but like even though you say you don't have goals, like everything we're doing now is about creating passive incomes and being able to like still have incomes, like substantial incomes when we choose to slow down at work, and making sure we can travel the world with the kids, and
to set the kids up.
Like everything we're doing has joint goals, I guess.
Yeah.
I like Camille says, she can hear me thinking when I'm sleeping. Like I don't stop, my brain doesn't stop. I'm always like, we haven't even signed off on a deal yet, and I know it's going to happen. I'm looking at the next one.
Yeah,
like,
you're online looking at stuff. I'm like, just stop. It's not even a why. I used to think it was a waste of time, and I'd get the shits with that because I'd be like, you're wasting your time looking at a tractor for a farm we don't even have. Like, you never take me out on a date. You can't cook dinner at night. You don't do shit. Like, well, you do, but...
do now.
Yeah.
Didn't used to.
We'll talk about that later. Then I would get the shits, but now I understand, like, that's you're processing that thought and preparing. And it's better to be prepared rather than doing it last minute, freaking out and doing the wrong thing.
Putting it out to the universe.
Yeah.
I do a lot of homework. Like I think that's what Camille's realised. Like I research the crap out of things before I make a decision on them. But being on the same page now and understanding how each other, like Camille needs very different information than what I need to make a decision on something. So like I look and our comfort zones are very different.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I've got a huge appetite for risk, and Camille doesn't.
No,
So
at all.
It's I think it's been like I think we've actually excelled more. Like everything's increased more that we work together. Like
Yeah.
and it's really good bouncing the ideas off each other now, because Camille will bring up something that I may not have thought about, and like it might make us pull out of a deal or reconsider another option or whatever, and vice versa. So it's like we're really working well together, but we're very good at like, as well as busy as we are, and it sounds like we're doing a lot, like we do shut off. Like people think we work 24/7, but
No.
we work. Well, Camille's on board with this now as well, but we're very good at figuring out our who's before we do our how. Like we get people, like Camille's got her assistant now, and
Yeah.
like she helps you across multiple businesses with different tasks.
Yeah.
So Camille's not trying to rush around and do everything. Like, and I do the same. Like we've got multiple supervisors now, and
that's
good staff on site, and good managers in a couple of the businesses. So
Yeah.
but yeah, we do like having a lot of people sort of ask questions about us having an office at home as well. Like, what do you think about that?
I think it's like a dream.
Yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way.
No, sometimes I think it would be nice to go somewhere, but I don't like wearing shoes. So I don't ever wear shoes in the office. You're at home, you can do things while you're at work. The kids are there, you don't have to worry about them.
But we've set boundaries.
You have to set boundaries, definitely. And like some people might not understand, and the kids probably used to think, oh, mum and dad are always at work, but we would explain, mum and dad have just got to work for a couple of hours tonight, like after dinner. So because you've got that school thing on Thursday, so that means
we're going away.
Yeah,
or
we're
having a day off
leaving
on Friday.
Yeah, so like they understand and they get that we like make our time work for us. We don't normally have late nights anymore.
We work when we have to work.
Yeah, we might work
and
on a Saturday randomly if it's quiet and we're home, because we don't often have weekends where we're at home. So,
but a lot of the time now when we're working of a night or weekends, it's working on our own development, so our own ideas, and like it's enjoyable. And our girls are at an age now where occasionally they're getting involved. Like they want to know, they ask questions, they want to know what we're doing and how we're doing things. And
or the event, packing bags and learning how the ticketing and stuff works, and
like looking at like
jobs.
We've recently done some massive hours, and the kids have got involved. Like we've been doing some maintenance on a couple of rental properties so we can flick them off and move on to the next adventure. But I think it's unreal. Like the girls, like they ask questions. They want to know like what's rent and what do people pay it, and we're having issues. Like we've had issues trying to get one tenant out of a investment property, and they want to know like what happens. Like how can you do that? Like can you make them pay that? Like do they have to pay you back? Like
they're learning. They've got lots of questions.
Yeah, now they're starting to understand the value of money a little bit more, and like we pay them, like they get paid for the hours they work, so
they negotiate their hourly rate too. Sorry, Walter's just trying to play with the rock. It is good for them to see.
But yeah, back to the office thing. Like I feel like we've had offices at home in the past. Like two of our homes, we had offices at home, and then we had some industrial buildings. And we've definitely had bad experience. Like our first office at home when you first started, like what Lottie was 2, and Lottie would have been 3 and Violet was 1.
Yeah.
And so that was hard and stressful.
We also got married that year. So I mean that was stressful.
We've learnt to set boundaries. Like we've continually just adapted and improved. And like I couldn't have it any other way now. Like I really enjoy that we've. Like the current house we're in now, like had a really large 2-bedroom granny flat down one end, and so we literally just gutted that, and it's now got basically a big boardroom type desk and a plan table and then a separate desk a separate office where I am, its own bathroom. Like we lock it off.
And
it's
you
closed,
shut the door. Yeah.
It's closed off to the main house.
Yeah.
So,
but the kids can come in there and do homework of an afternoon. They come in and hang out. Like if we're doing stuff, like they'll put their AirPods in, which isn't great, and like colour in and stuff. So it's not like we separate ourselves from the rest of the house. If they're home, they will come in and have a chat and chill out or ask what we're doing.
Yeah, but you've got to have standards, don't you? Like for people that are running home offices, like you've still got to set working hours. Like
turn your computer off.
Yeah, turn the computer off. Just like Camille, something we argued about for a long time. Like we would leave the office, but then I would continue asking questions and
at night. You can't.
While we're having dinner and while we're watching TV, like, oh, did you get that done, or have you done that, or have you heard from them?
Going to bed. Don't forget about this tomorrow. I was like, well, I care right now. You can't do that. That is off limits.
Yeah, well, if you want any action, you shouldn't be asking work questions, should you? But I had to, and then you did it for a while. Like there was a period there where you were under the pump, and you're like, have you chased this person up? Like, did that get done today? But we've learnt now, like once you walk out that office door, like there's no work talk. Like
I think using the programs and stuff that we do for the team as well really helps. So like with Slack, communicating with each other. I mean, it's not like every minute you're putting something on there, but if you've got some questions, you can set the time as well. So if I have a list of things that I need to check with you, and I know you're going to get up at whatever time and do some office work before you go to site, I can schedule some questions, tag you in it, and then you can get back to me in the morning. So you can like get it out of your head. You don't have to write it down. You don't have to do an email.
And the team also, like,
and they know
every day they put a list of the tasks that have been done on site and what's been booked in and things. So we can see what's being done. You've
got to pre-think about what you need to do, so you can just leave it in the office and not take it out of the door.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of value in, it goes the other way as well. Like I know some builders that their wives or partners just aren't interested. They've got their own careers and they don't get the support, and but that's fine. Like I think it's one of those things, like you shouldn't expect your partner to help you out in your business, and in those scenarios it's up to you to understand your costs and allow enough. Like Camille, this is probably an important thing to talk about. Like a lot of wives and partners work in construction businesses for free. They don't get paid a salary. Like Camille and I both pay ourselves for the roles we play.
Yeah.
It's a business cost. It's built into it, and actually it is really important to talk about this, because that was another reason why we had a lot of arguments and frustration. I think in the early days, like initially we thought, like Camille will come into the business, like we're ahead of the game, like free labour, won't have to like free admin, and like for your mindset, like I can understand why you struggled for a long time, because you're like, fuck, I'm not getting paid here. Like I'm doing all this stress and the business isn't making money and I'm not getting paid a salary. Like,
plus you have more stress on you because I was saying I didn't know anything about cash flow of the business when you and Sharon would talk about bills. Like when I started hearing those things, I was like, are we okay? Like what's going on? And you're like, it's fine. This is just how it works. But I'm like, that was another added stress that I actually knew what was going on in the business. But because before that, it'd be like, how was your day? What did you do with the kids today? And then like you'd be putting them to bed and you'd go to bed. You wouldn't really talk about it. All I'd know is that your phone would be ringing at night or like whatever. But when you start working in it, you have to understand that whoever's helping you has got that another burden on them that they don't understand. They're worried. Like they're now like, this is a big responsibility on them too. And that was really stressful.
Yeah, it's really important to make sure that everyone in the business is getting paid for their time. And again, like Camille trusts me a lot now. Like she knows that I'm all over the numbers, that I don't make decisions that risk the family. Like it's like I'm reviewing the numbers constantly. Like I know what's going on. But yeah, there's so many things that can lead to stressful situations when couples are working together. I think it's a good point that Camille just touched on then. Like when they're like husband and wives doing, or wives and partners doing work a lot of the time after hours, weekends, just sort of jumping in to help their partners out and keep the wheels turning. Yeah, like you can understand how they get really stressed when they don't understand the ins and outs and the finances and so yeah, like I think have open conversations would be a big bit of my advice.
Yeah, just write down your roles and tasks, what you expect of them, and how much time needs to be allocated to those things. Because, yeah, you need to understand each other's roles and tasks a bit more, I think.
Yeah. And then what advice for people have you got for wives and partners like, that are in a business that has grown a little bit, where they maybe are working full time, and it like, from my point of view, like you getting a VA has been a massive change.
Yeah, that's been a huge. That was really scary. I like your famous words. It's not going to work. But at the start, we had our bump at the start. I probably expected her to know more than she did, but that was my fault. I had to learn how to train her too. I've never had a VA, and work at Suncorp training someone, that was very different because it was like a clear process and we had like rules and regulations we had to adhere to. But with Angelica, I knew what I was doing, so how did I need to relay that to her for her to understand? There's risk involved, but there's so much reward, and it is really scary, but it's like so worth it.
How long have you had Angelica now?
She's been with us for a year.
Yeah, and like as Camille touched on, like we had a big hiccup. Like within 3 or 4 weeks, we actually were.
I was like, this isn't
working. We're going to get rid of her. But the task that we gave her didn't
suit her.
Well, it wasn't they didn't suit her.
Like I didn't train her enough to do it.
Yeah.
I find, and it's like an apprentice, right, on our jobs, and we've talked about this. So like, it's not like they're working for OJ Pippin where they're like doing frames constantly. My job is the same. So we might do a plumbing fixtures selection or quote or check or whatever for one job and then not do it again for 4 months on another job. So it's not like it's a recurring task like every week that you remember. So how can I expect her to do it once and then do it perfect the next time? So training for a VA in our type of job, what I do, like it's been a year and she is all over it, but I'm slowly starting to add more to her now because I need her support.
She's doing heaps now.
Yeah, with the project that I have coming up, I need her to take more responsibility with DPC. So when we just went on holidays recently, well, before that, I was CCing her into emails so she kind of knew what was going on and could recognise like how that was working. But then when we went on holidays recently, I just said, you've got access to my email account. Everything should be fine, but if this happens, I need you to do 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
So, and she did it.
Yeah, but we're at like she has come, like Angelica, her VA, like I don't have a lot to do with her. Camille, like I said, she's basically Camille's personal assistant. She's doing a lot now, and like so we've now been having conversations. Well, and Camille's doing it at the moment. Like, well, let's figure out what task she wants to do and how far she wants to go, and we actually might bring in a VA to be her assistant.
Yeah, to be under her.
So we're really letting our team grow and expand so that they can move up a level and bring people below them to help them. Like it's all part of that who, not how.
Yeah, she's really excited. But it takes time. And if anyone wants to reach out about that journey, for sure, it's just, it's...
But I've seen a massive change in you, like a lot of stress off, you're more chilled out, like... I said before, everyone thinks we work 24/7. Like so many of our family, like, oh, you guys work too much. You're always working. Like, we work when we want to work. Like, like I took an hour out of today and went and got a beard and a haircut and chilled out at the barber. Like Camille goes and gets her nails done or catches up with a friend. Like we do what it takes when it needs to be done.
Yeah.
And when we want to do personal things or spend time with family or go away, we do it.
Well, also this week I've had to spend pretty much 2 days at our investment property sorting shit out. So, like, if I didn't have her, like, catching up today, it took me half the time because I was like, oh, hey, can you do this? Hey, have you got time for this? And, like, she has her recurring tasks each day over all different brands. But now, yeah, I just give her a list and she just keeps, yep, that's done, that's done, that's done. And, like, so how good's that?
Yeah. And I've now got a VA as well that helps out a lot with all the podcasts and all my social media posting and stuff. So, well, we've had him for a little while now, but
that's taken a lot of load off you.
Yeah, that's taken
a
massive load off me. But yeah, like when everyone's asked me, like, man, I don't know how you guys do everything. Like, we're telling you, like, this is how we do it. Like, you've got to surround yourself with good people, but the reality is you can't do everything. Like,
no, but also you have to be super organised. Not like I'm not a professional organiser, I can tell you, but the programs that I use to make sure things aren't missed, things are done, things are scheduled, like that's so important that, like, I personally use Monday and Slack, and that has everything. If I've emailed someone, I'm like, I've emailed Jack about whatever, follow up in 2 days if there's no response. And then if
don't try and remember everything.
No, like, you cannot remember everything. It is ridiculous. So, but now with Angelica, we're all on the same project boards, and if I'm sick, I can say, hey, can you just check in on those outstanding tasks? So it's got a due date. She jumps in, she can see all the notes of what I've got, and then she can be like, oh, hey, Jack, just Camille emailed you about this. Where is it at? So if you do that, then it kind of gives you peace of mind that if the kids are sick, if you're sick, if you've got to race to school, like, whatever, it's all about kids. But if there's anything that needs to be done, that it's all there. You don't have to stress. It's not just all on you. And I mean, if I trained you, you could jump on and do it.
I know what I'm good at and what I'm not good at. So
not that.
I think that's another look. Without blowing my own trumpet, it's something I've always been very good at. Like, I am not interested in wasting time learning how to do something that I'm not going to use and that I don't need to use. Like, I will pay someone, hire someone, get someone to do something. Like I said it before, I'm very good at delegating, but I know my strengths, and I think, like, Camille's really on board with this now. Like, when you know your strengths and your weaknesses, and you hire, pay, employ people to do the things that you don't enjoy doing, that you're not good at, that's when you have a lot of growth.
Yeah.
Because you can't do it all anyway. But
No.
if you're spending time doing tasks and things that you don't enjoy and you're not efficient at, then you're wasting time. You're throwing money away, and you should be investing that time in things that you are good at and you are efficient at.
Yeah.
So,
our dog has a weird obsession for rocks, seriously.
yeah, Walter's been loud in the shed this afternoon for the podcast, so he's scraping some rocks around, wanting to play.
Loves it.
So what else in the office? Like, because like we do get a lot of questions from wives and partners, like, how do you do it? What do you do? Like, what's your main task in the building business?
There is no project management, I guess.
Yeah. Like, you help me out with the estimating. You do all the general, you do a lot of the ordering, inquiring.
Yeah, I work with you on estimating, work with you. Work with Brett and Todd for what they need on site.
Review schedules.
Like, Angelica and I manage workplace health and safety, period subcontracts, just inquiry process.
I think it's just a female thing. Females don't like elaborating on what they do. Like, blokes are like, yeah, I do all this. I like all this myself. Like, Camille does a lot of shit. She's
well, there's a lot there, but I also, what else do I do? Cook dinner every night. I don't know. Duayne, everything. Well, it's everything that I just said, but Like there's just constant communication.
But for females out there that feel like they're overwhelmed, they're doing too much, like there's a lot to do in a building business.
There is a lot to do in a building business. No 1 minute of the day is ever going to be the same as tomorrow.
Yeah, like what I'm trying to get across is we're not superhuman. Like we deal with shit. Shit comes up, we deal with shit, we get shit done.
Oh, you could be planning to quote all day and then you don't get to it in 3 days. So like things can change on a dime in our industry. The weather could change. I mean, look at the cyclone this year. Like when have Brisbane people ever had to deal with a cyclone? And then all of a sudden, holy shit, there's a cyclone coming. What do we have to do? There's neighbours calling worried about scaffold falling on. Like you cannot predict. Well, you can to some degree, but not things change all the time.
Yeah, like so if you look,
you have to accept change.
Yeah, but like a lot of people get overwhelmed and think they're the only one dealing with a lot of stuff. Like,
oh no,
a building business. Camille's on board with me now. She used to always have a bit of a go at me when I'd say, like, this is the hardest job ever. Like, people don't understand. Like, if you haven't owned and operated and run a building business, like, you don't understand how much is involved.
No, it's very hard.
Like, there is a lot.
People just think, oh, they're making heaps of money. And I mean, we might some jobs, but other jobs you might. Like everyone, there's
not all winners,
there's so many.
But what we make is only a reflection of the effort we put in.
100%, and you deserve every cent. Builders deserve every cent of the money that they get. They are building your home. They are having to deal with engineering and soils and there's so many facets of your job.
Of our job.
Oh, but I don't do the build. Like, I understand what you're saying, but I don't get on site. I get on site the other day and Brad nearly had a heart attack that I was there. I don't often get to site. So I don't understand.
But the sites don't operate without what you do.
No, but they also don't see that. So, like, we should do a role reversal one day and see how they manage that. But, yeah, if I don't order stuff and it's not there, then they can't tile or they can't do joinery, like whatever. But the industry is extremely hard and you really need to make sure that you have an open mind and communicate and make sure you're okay. But look at the mental health in our industry. It's insane. Yes. And divorce rates, divorce rates in general are insane. So you have to, and I hate talking about this on this podcast. I've done it before, but like the horror stories about if a builder's not in the right headspace and you're working together and this happens and then like the families are affected very badly. It's not nice.
Yeah, no, and look, that's why
we have an agreement, like we've discussed it.
This is why we openly talk about this, because I know there's a lot of people out there that are stressed by running building businesses, a lot of wives and partners that have been thrown in the deep end and don't necessarily understand the role or what it is they're doing. And a lot of blokes, like a lot of tradies, a lot of builders out there that just expect their wife to be able to help them out, and
if your wife has worked
speak to them badly, treat them poorly, and wonder why the relationship is souring.
But if your wife's work or your partner, whoever, has worked in an office, it doesn't mean she's worked in a construction business office. Like it doesn't just because a lady or whoever, I don't want to put a gender on it, but whoever, if you've had a job that's like an administration role, it's not the same in every industry. So you have to learn. I didn't know what anything was when I started doing this.
Yeah, so blokes, don't put too much pressure on your partners because it...
And if they don't want to do it, leave them alone.
Yeah, 100%. You'll find help from somebody else. Don't expect them to help you out. But so we've covered a lot about working together, having a home office. Let's talk about the Level Up experience, the big event.
Yeah, that was cool.
And I guess that can tie into a bit of a recap maybe, but
yeah,
that was a lot of work.
It was a lot of work on top of everything else.
Yeah,
thanks, Shay and I, honestly. Well, Shay.
The event was definitely one of my crazy ideas, which as I've spoken about it, we did it to show that I'm serious about what I'm doing for the industry and creating a new industry, and
Have you explained to people that there was no profit in that whatsoever?
Yeah,
and it cost us a lot of money.
Camille was I don't know if she's...
My Christmas present will be large.
I don't know if
year.
she's even on the same page now. But look, we got some sponsors on board for that. Massive shout out to Brett for getting behind us. Pro Climber, Off-Road Creative, all the guys, everyone that supported us, everyone that showed up. But yeah, that event, and I guess this is something just in business in general. Like, people don't understand what sometimes gets put on the line to start things. Like, the Level Up experience cost us, like, we lost a lot of money.
Don't say the actual number.
More money than people would think. And
it didn't lose us money. We shouldn't say that. It was a good investment into what your passion is.
Yeah, so it's again, it's back to what you see value in. If you talk dollars on paper, we lost a lot of money. Like, it physically cost us out of our bank accounts a lot of money to put that event on. But the flow and effect of that is the personal brand's grown, the business has grown, and we've become more recognised for what we're doing. People really believe in what I'm doing now. Yeah. So in business, you have to do that. Like, you've got to spend money to make money. But it was an incredible event.
Small or big, you don't have to go crazy.
Yeah, but like,
it was awesome. It was really good.
Yeah, Camille, Shay,
Kathy.
Like, we had a lot of support for that. But I definitely underestimated. Like, that was an enormous... We've actually had people since the event ask us what event company we used to help us pull it off. Like, people can't believe that we put an event on and we didn't have an event company helping us pull it all together.
Plus, none of us had done it before. So we were like, we made good decisions. I think we did pretty good.
Yeah. And
yeah.
Look, if you're interested, I'm still...
it's not happening for 2026, sorry.
2026 there is going to be some smaller events, but we will be having a Level Up experience again in the future, and I can guarantee you it will be louder, bigger, brighter.
Let's not say... I did say to Angelica the other day, because we've said to Angelica that if we do one next year, that we would fly her over from the Philippines and have her with us on the day, because she was like instrumental in my day. I was like, Angelica, I need this report. And she'd be like, okay, it's here. Like 5 minutes later. So we were like, you will be with us. You'll experience it. You'll get to like see Australia and stuff. And she's so excited. And I said, if we do, it will be at the end of 2026. So I'll let you have that a little bit at the time. So
yeah, stay tuned. Look, we will definitely do it again. We've had huge support from all the a lot of the suppliers and stuff that come along to the first one. They want, like, people want it to happen again. We've got
all those suppliers that weren't really interested but were poking their heads around the corner and saying how cool it was. We'll definitely be waiting to hear from you. That was very good.
Yeah, a lot of people that thought we couldn't pull it off, and a lot of suppliers that told us that it wouldn't work and that we wouldn't get good numbers are now eating their words, because.
But they're welcome to come next time.
You're welcome to come the next time. But stay tuned for that.
We had great feedback, Duayne. Like, a lot of people that were there probably know your story, know what we're doing. Majority of people, had no idea. And we probably weren't we thought we communicated what the event was going to be about, but a lot of people were surprised with different things that happened that they didn't think were going to happen.
Yeah, it was a first for the industry. Like, the building industry isn't used to seeing personal development, business development.
Yeah, it was like a big one.
Big conference. So.
But yeah, the feedback was really, really good.
Matt Rising, I heard him on a podcast the other day. He's added some business stuff to his build show this year. So.
Inspiration.
I don't know if that was influenced by my event, Matt, but hopefully it was. But
it was really good, and he was lovely.
He was fantastic.
Yeah.
Paula Backer-Laporte was unbelievable. She's like a second grandma now.
Yeah. Helen, who else? Rick Rushton.
Yeah, Joe Lukens.
And the panels.
TX guys, Trademark boys.
Yeah, thanks to them. The women in construction panel, Gina, me, Claire, Kim.
Yeah, and then all the builders we had on the builders panel as well.
Yeah.
But
So the feedback was
stay tuned for that
excellent.
because it's definitely on the cards. We do have some big things coming, but
Big shout out to Kylie and Lauren, my friends, for helping me, and the kids and mum.
Yeah,
and
our
Crystal
kids,
and Craig, Cafe Lacuna at Wavell Heights, if anyone wants a coffee.
yeah, our kids were unreal at that event. They helped out so much.
They learned what customer service is like, good and bad.
Yeah, they negotiated their rate for we paid them for the hours they worked that day, and then they at the end of the day they were blown. Like when we added it up, they're like, "Oh, look, is that what I get?" And they were super excited. And then they ended up coming back the next day to help me pack up. They're like, "Oh, if we come again tomorrow, will we get paid that again?" I was like, "Yeah." Like, it's unreal to see that we can influence the kids and business as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, stay tuned because
We'll see.
we do have some big things coming up, not just events. So definitely stay tuned. But yeah, what about a bit of a wrap? Like we're definitely approaching Christmas 25.
Yeah, so we've done
quickly.
like one of our biggest years in a long time in construction with the houses that we've done.
So most of this year, for all of this year, we've had over sort of $11-12 million work under construction pretty much all year at any one time.
Yeah. We've had new staff come on.
Yeah, new staff come on, new supervisor come on. The building business has had a really great year, incredible clients, and we've still got a heap of clients going through our pack process, like a lot of jobs coming up for the next few years. Camille's been flat out with quoties, so for any tradies builders out there that are looking for the best quoting, estimating, proposal software in the industry, make sure you reach out.
Yeah.
Live Life Build's gone.
Live Life Build's going great.
Another really great year. Stay tuned. We got massive things coming for Live Life Build next year. Couple of personal developments, buying and selling different things. Got our DA for the farm.
We learned how to brand cattle and that process. That was interesting. Anyone knows a farmer out there that has lots of cattle, I'd like to see how they do their paperwork because that was also very intense.
Well, let's talk about the farm for a little bit.
That was like, I understand you have to tag animals, right? So you know what there is, but there must be a better way to do this. It is insane. Also, if you need to find a brand for a cow, like for your farm, you can't just go and find anything that's available. Like you have to physically put in
it's a massive
digits
process.
and numbers. Like I put it off for months. It was really, really painful.
Yeah, so the farm's progressed really well this year. Definitely really enjoying the cattle.
Yeah, they're cool. The DA is done. We're working on our BA.
Yeah, like people wonder why developments take so long. Like our DA for our farm took just over 2 years and a shitload of money.
Yeah, lots of consultants.
We got that back in February. We thought we would be building on the farm July, September.
We were hoping for the cooler months to start, yes.
And we still haven't got our BA. So we got through the DA and then a heap of spanners got thrown in at us about the BA because of the type of development we're doing. And then, so look, we're not experts at this. Like we've done plenty of developing now, but we've never done a farm. And because rural
ecotourism, whatever it's
because
called.
of what we're trying to do there, it's been approved as an ecotourism resort.
Not resort, it's just ecotourism.
Which
don't add any words to anything.
I'm sure it's a resort on the map because of how many buildings we're having there.
I'll have to check that.
And so that's led to it's not just a standard building approval, and there's accessibility issues, and then the building code makes all these standards for standard building in built-up areas, and then they try and apply them to a farm, and like it's insane. So we've learned a lot. It's costing a lot of money.
And that's another thing. Like when you're doing that, you got to add that into your normal day. So that's why I talk about like juggling and every day is not the same because. Yeah, 1 hour I'm trying to find a brand for a cattle. The next hour I'm talking to a client about their windows and doors. So, like, it's very, very different.
Yeah, but we've learned a lot, and it's coming along well. And
check out Breathe at Rules Beach on Instagram. Breathe_Rules Beach.
Yeah, it's incredible property, not just because it's ours, but
it is beautiful.
We opened it up this year to Hip Camp.
Yeah.
So got some income coming in from it, and the feedback from all the campers and people that are staying there has been amazing. So
Yeah.
we'll continue to build on that. We've got some big things coming up in the future.
Yes.
We're Camille's. We've got another development. We've got another business coming. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then on top of that, the girls are getting stuck into their barrel racing and horses. And
yeah. It's the next 18 months are going to be insane.
Yeah, but good insane.
Good insane. But yeah, and venturing into things that we don't know. So again, complete new industry, learning curve, understanding rules and regulations, all sorts of stuff. So for some reason I'm not finding it scary or worrying.
Yeah, it's definitely exciting. Something that Camille has only sort of, I guess because I never explained it, but everything we do is business. So even though the farm was a goal to have a farm, the farm is a business. So it's set up as a business. We trade as a business.
The rental properties.
The rental properties are all set up like businesses, whether it's personal or in the super fund. Everything we do is a business, and there's multiple reasons why we do it like that. But Camille, I'm not sure. Over the last 2 years, I think you've got a lot better understanding of that. So
yeah. But recently we learned about who you bring into your business. So when I talk business, consultants or people that you trust might not end up being the people that they are in business. So if you might know someone, how am I going to say this? You trust people that you know to do the right thing by you in your business. And something that I'm working on now is going to be impacted by something that was happening recently, and thinking that you trust someone and they're going to do the right thing by you, and then to be burnt is a very interesting process. So and a personal, you take it so personally. So I just think from now on, I'm very aware of who we mix with business and not pleasure, but personal,
Yeah, I think something to point out, because I assume most people that listen to this podcast are listening because you want growth, you want personal development, you want to excel in your life, all those types of things. And one thing that Camille and I, we struggle with imposter syndrome. I don't
really tell anyone.
We've held ourselves back a lot because we worry about what other people think.
We've seen other people that we know who are successful being taken advantage of, and have stopped being friends with them because I can't stand seeing it. So I don't want it to happen to us.
Yeah, but now it started. This year we've had a lot of it. So
nice.
The reality is the more successful you are, the better you do, the harder you work. It's just, I don't know, it's human nature. People get jealous. People want to, the people that you feel should be your biggest supporters end up being the ones that want to see you fall. And then there tends to be a lot of jealousy, and it's quite painful, isn't it? Yeah. Really? But
we don't know. You can't. I don't even want to go into it with this person why they did what they did. But I'm not doing it again.
Yeah.
Just pure and simple. I'm not I'll just research people that I need and pick the best one for the job. I'm not doing favors anymore for anybody.
Yeah, favors.
That sounds really harsh, but
no, that's true.
I'm done.
And we've said it for a long time, and
I'll do a favor if you need. Sorry,
we went back on our. We've made some tough decisions and said that we don't deal with family, we don't deal with friends, and we backflipped on our.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure what to even call it, but we slipped on this one because we thought it would work, but it just hasn't. So I think for anyone out there that's growing, like you're always going to have issues with friends, family, and Camille struggles with it more than I do, but acquaintances and stuff. But we have a really good, a great friend that gives us a lot of advice. They're investors in one of our businesses. They've done really, really well for themselves, and we really respect what they say and stuff. And they've told us for a little while, as they've seen us doing better, that you've got to treat everything black and white.
Yeah.
Like it's as simple as that. And there's going to be situations where the other person may think it's a bit nasty or it's not the right thing to do, but at the end of the day, it's as simple as that. Like everything's black and white.
Yeah.
And if you run your businesses and your life like that, it actually ends up being easier. And I think, believe it or not, you actually find out who your true friends are.
Yeah. I really struggled with that piece of advice because, you know, I want to support who, you know, I want to support others in business and that, but you can't expect them to support you back the way that you want to support them. So like we've supported this person and given them business, and like it's so disappointing that it's not reciprocated, but it's a really good lesson learned.
Yeah.
I think you can, like you always say, you can't expect, but I'm like, but like there should be some like bit of standard.
It's something I learned a long time ago, and it's taken Camille longer to get on board with it. But yeah, you shouldn't expect things from people like.
No.
And it's just reality. Like generally in life, friends and family are the ones that will give you the most pain, cause you the most grief, and
hopefully
take
not.
advantage of you
Hopefully
the most.
Not.
So just be careful with what you do, because the more successful you are, the more you grow. It's all growing pains. It's all part of it.
We're here to, but don't get me wrong, like we are here to support our family and friends, the genuine ones that, like, you know, we know aren't taking the piss.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just.
Camille and I, we're off.
Sorry, I'm still on the fence. I'm like trying really hard here.
We're like Camille struggles with this. Like the better we do, the more we can help other people. Like we're actually off tomorrow afternoon to the Astley Special School. Like we've donated a few things over the years, but we donated some more money, and they've invited us along tomorrow afternoon. The kids want to show us what they've purchased with the money that we've donated to the school. So that's last time I went there, I couldn't stop crying because I'm pretty emotional around disabled and autistic kids. I think they're incredible humans and they deserve a lot. So
yeah, they made some very cool stuff last time too.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited about that tomorrow. So look, I guess don't take this stuff the wrong way. Like everything we do is about the better we do, the more people we can help, the more people we can support. And
you got some big ideas for that next year too, which will be very cool if you can pull them off with some other builders and things. And
I got some big stuff coming along those lines. But
to 2026. I mean, we're October, so when is this coming out?
Yeah, so this podcast will be out by the end of 25. And look, all I can say is stay tuned. Like with Camille's help and the rest of our team, we do have some incredible stuff coming next year with all the businesses, but definitely around my personal brand and Live Like Build. So
and my special project.
And definitely stay tuned because I definitely can't wait to announce Camille's next venture. Mm-hmm. It's going to be pretty special. So what else do we want to talk about before we get out of here?
I think just congratulations on what you've done this year.
And you as well. I'm sure
Can we talk about your other thing that I spoke to Helen about today?
I don't know what you spoke to Helen about, but
she interviewed me.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you picked up through this podcast. Like Camille can't take a compliment. She puts everyone else before herself. So where
are you going?
Like you're just saying, no, congratulations for everything you've done this year. But it's not just me. It's like we do this together.
Yes, we do this together. But you've done a great job.
Yeah.
You've I Actually, I was listening to a song this morning, No Bad Days by Macklemore. Everyone should listen to that every morning. There was stuff about there like standing your ground, keep what you're doing, don't listen to the haters, all that stuff. Like, I really struggle with some of the comments people put on your Facebook and Instagram about what you do. I don't know how you ignore it. I think it's insane, but like, just keep doing. It's helping so many people, and that the event really showed that people are invested in what you're doing and helping them. So, like, I think it's really
Look, some people believe it's harsh, but I'd tell Camille all the time, like, I don't have time for people that aren't improving their lives or are stuck in the trenches, because like if they, and a lot of people comment because they don't understand the intent behind it,
and they don't watch the whole video.
And they don't watch the whole video.
Watch the whole video and then
I learned
make a comment.
I learned it from a very big guest we brought out to Australia this year. Like, don't look at your comments. Like, before we go, because I know it's something else that a lot of wives and partners struggle with. Like, how do you switch off? How do you chill out?
I love a good reality TV show. I know that's lame in some people's eyes, Duayne, but I love it. I have my beehive that I check and go and chill out and watch them. Like, watching them makes you feel very insignificant in this world. The chickens. I sound like a homebody. I mean, my veggie garden's a lot to be desired at the moment, but walking with my friend Kylie, we've just cancelled the gym membership, but because we miss talking, like, we're walking now and talking because it's so good just to walk and talk. I did that with Cara before we left Redcliffe, and like, it's like your debrief, like, go for a walk with a friend or call a friend or whatever. Like, it does the world of good. What else do I do? Washing is very therapeutic for me.
Camille does a lot of stuff that I'd tell her all the time, like, get someone else to do that. But it's her thing. She does it. She loves it.
I have a cleaner now once a fortnight. That helps.
Yeah.
But yeah, the bees doing, like, having a hobby that kind of just makes you, like, just question your day, really. Like, having the bees was... I wanted the bees not for the honey, but for, like, the planet. But I wanted to learn something new and, yeah, just, I don't know, have a new little hobby. But just even sitting down there watching them going in and out of the hive is very therapeutic. Like, when I go check the chickens sometimes and you look over into the sun and you can see them zooming in and out, you're like, man, they're busy. Like, they have to fly so far to get what they need to make sure their colony survives. I know it sounds pretty lame, but it
gives things perspective.
Yeah, but it makes you realise, and it's insane. So I love it. Just stuff like that.
Yeah, so
everyone doesn't have to go out and get a beehive.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate you coming on and sharing some insights into you. I'm sure we'll get Camille back on the podcast again at some point.
I'll be coming on next year when I'm announcing my new project.
Yeah, we will. We'll do a special podcast for.
We might do a location podcast for that one.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Sensational. But look, I really appreciate all the support from everyone that listens, that watches, that supports my social media. Look, if you're a trader or a builder that listens to my podcast, share this one with your wife or your partner. Like, give them an insight into how we operate in our building business. Like, I say it all the time, like, the building industry would fall over if it wasn't for the support, the work, the input, all that from wives and partners that are 9 times out of 10 doing it for free, doing it after they've done their day job, doing it after they've done dinner and the kid stuff.
Yeah.
So we really need to, like, Live Like Build is a massive supporter of wives and partners. We've got a separate wives and partners group within our Elevate program.
Yeah. And also
next year we're doing a special event for wives and partners.
That'd be good.
The industry really needs to value what wives and partners do more.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt. The Facebook groups, Builders Wives, Tradie Wives, there's a few others out there. there is a lot of good information on there and a lot of questions people ask that you also might be thinking of. So go through them and have a look. Everyone's not always right on there, so don't take advice like 100%. Always look into things, research. But there's lots of references and referrals and stuff that people put on there. The pages are called Builders Wives and Tradie Wives because they were made by them, but anyone can jump on there, I'm sure. It doesn't have to be. It's just a word. So, yeah, check it out.
Always make sure you get your own legal, accounting, financial advice.
Don't you? But I mean, some people just get on there and be like, I'm having trouble with this. How can you help? And there's so many people that, you've got this, try this, or I use it this way, or I do this, or happy to reach out. So, yeah, jump on there and you can be anonymous. You don't have to say who you are.
Yeah. Well, thanks again, babe. Appreciate you coming on. If you've got any questions, if you share this with your wife or partner, or you have a certain issue or a problem, like let us know. Like we'll collate some questions and we can come back on for a Q&A or something, because look, this podcast is all about creating a new building industry, and to create a new building industry, we need to all educate ourselves. We need to educate our clients, and we need to support each other, and that's what this is all about. So look, as always, like, share, subscribe. Go to my website, duaynepearce.com. Get on board with your merchandise so you can help continue the growth in me creating a new building industry. Look forward to seeing you on the next one. For the last 2 years, we've been wrapping our projects in my building business with just the shitty old foil paper that has been used in the building industry for a very long time. But I am so excited. For the last couple of years, we have been using the ProClimber product. If you guys have not seen ProClimber and you're running a building business, you need to get on board with it. It has absolutely changed the way our houses perform, and it has become the DPC standard. We will not use any other building wrap on our project. So look, guys, if you're a builder out there, you want to build better products, you want to deliver your client healthier homes, then you need to get on board with ProClimber. All their building wraps, their tapes, their full system, because it is a massive value add to your business and your clients. So guys, reach out to ProClimber Australia and find your local supplier now so that you can start using the best building wraps on the market. So we know tradies and builders love our trucks. If you want to take your truck to the next level, then you need to go and check out my mates at Off-Road Creative. Not only does Off-Road Creative build the best touring rigs in Australia, they also have a wide variety of options to suit your ute. From bull bars, roof racks, trays and canopies, they can customize a build to suit your needs. If you want to take your rig to the next level, then go and check out Off-Road Creative today and see how they can help you out. All right, guys, I want to introduce you to a really exciting new product that I believe is going to play a massive role in Australia building healthier homes. As you all know, I am extremely passionate about healthy homes, and I'm doing a lot of research and putting a lot of time and effort into making sure my construction business is leading the way when it comes to building healthy homes here in Australia. We've teamed up with the guys from Highwood Timber. Highwood Timber are pioneering condensation management with their high-flow ventilated LVL batten system. High-flow battens give builders a stronger, straighter and smarter way to create a ventilated cavity behind cladding and underneath roofs, without compromising on structural performance. While tackling condensation to improve building health and ease of installation, Highwood battens are built to perform. When it comes to dealing with condensation and ventilation, high-flow battens will help you create continuous ventilated cavities behind all your cladding and underneath your roof sheeting. They reduce condensation risk and support healthier, longer-lasting buildings. Highwood timber battens are also in alignment with the proposed NCC condensation management requirements, as well as passive house ventilation requirements. Being an engineered LVL product, they are stronger, straighter, and more dimensionally stable than a solid material such as pine. This helps resist warping, twisting, and shrinkage, ensuring more consistent installs, less prone to splitting than solid timber. Highwood timber battens are precisely manufactured, meaning that your installation will be faster and easier than other products on the market. The part that I like the most about these battens are they are H3 treated for long-term protection against decay and termites. They use a waterborne H3 treatment which reduces reactivity with membranes and adhesives when compared to LOSP. These are the exact battens that you want to be using on your homes and your builds if you are considering building healthier homes or passive homes. Check them out, Highwood Timber Products.